Well, you are still watching Morning at NTV, and this time I am coming to you from the streets of Entebbe, to be specific. I am just here at Impala Interchange, here to the Entebbe Expressway. But of course, this beautiful morning, we're speaking matters, the anti-migrant protests in South Africa that are happening in the major cities of Pretoria, Pretoria and the rest. Of course, South Africans have come out to say that the migrants have taken over their jobs. And as we speak now, some countries have started taking away their nationals, Ghana, Nigeria, and the rest. Some of them are into their houses, fearing that when they move out, the South Africans are chasing them from the streets. Businesses have been disrupted, but they have an ultimatum of until 30th of this June to have all the migrants leave South Africa. The Pan-Africans have come out, raise concerns and say this is not called for if we are calling for a united Africa, for a one Africa and the rest. We want to understand where is the position of Ugandans who are living in South Africa. The Kenyans have also come out to raise and threaten that they will be closing South African embassies if this continues. This morning, I just want to understand from one of the Pan-Africans who is also saying this is not called for, and this is Irumba Andrew, who is the founding chair and speaker of the Pan-African Pyramid. Andrew, thank you so much for joining me on NTV.
Welcome, sir. Thank you so much.
I saw you wrote something online yesterday about what is happening in South Africa, questioning the position of the heads of state, the African Union and the rest. What do you mean by this?
First of all, let me give a background. South Africa was liberated by Africans in 1994, apartheid era. The commander was Nelson Mandela with his wife, Winnie Madikizela Mandela. The blood that helped South Africa to achieve what they achieved in terms of fighting the white man, the Boers, was not South African blood alone. It was the blood of Africa. And there is a reason. It is Africans, being led, of course, by South Africans, who helped to overcome the apartheid era in South Africa. Now, 114 years ago, the white man came and invaded South Africa. The white Boers came and killed them all. He killed the South Africans, the native Africans, and took over their land. Up to now, even when they won the apartheid era, but up to now, 97% of South Africa's land, the entire land, is occupied by the white man. So in 1994, when they negotiated with Nelson Mandela, they were only able to negotiate for some power. Be the president, black skin, but I am the one running the business underground. So the one who has the land is the one who runs the economy of South Africa.
Yes.
Even agriculture is in the hands of the white man. The white man who came and stole their land by force, killed the native South Africans. Now, the white man is only 8% in South Africa. 8%. But the 8% the one in control of the entire economy of South Africa. Now, the real South African is telling you that white man, 8% controlling our entire economy is not the problem. The problem is you, Ugandan. A Sangoma from Uganda to South Africa is the problem. Sangoma. He's telling you the street cleaner, a Ugandan or a Ghanaian or a Nigerian, is the problem. He's forgetting where the major problem is. His problem is not the black skin. His problem is the white man who stole your land.
But,
so,
okay.
I'm explaining. So, to break it down for you, South African companies, South Africa as a country, is 440 billion US dollars rich. That money is not South African money only. They extract that money from all over Africa and the diaspora. How? They have companies that cut across Africa. MTN, Stanbic Bank, Woolworth, Game Store, ShopRite, name them. DSTV Malchoice, they're all here. Getting money by close of midnight tonight. MTN will have closed at least collected like 4 billion shillings back to South Africa. But a South African in South Africa is telling you that's not a problem.
Until 30th of this month.
Yes, I'm coming, but I wanted to explain. So, you are collecting 4 billion per day taking to South Africa from Uganda. But you are telling a Ugandan Sangoma or a street cleaner in South Africa that you are taking my jobs. What about you who is taking 4 billion per day? So, the 30th ultimatum June you have given. Okay, let it come. You chase our brothers from South Africa. they come here. We will begin by closing DSTV and Maltese. Not in Uganda, but in Africa. We will close MTN. Not in Uganda, but in Africa. MTN is in every country of Africa. Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda, Burundi, and it is the major network. Do you know how much money they collect every day? Standard Bank. Stanbic Bank is part of Standard Bank, South Africa. Do you know how much money they collect every day? They are in the mining sector here. Do you know how much money they... So the problem is not the black skin. The problem is that this black skin has now failed to understand who is the problem.
Let me bring you home a bit. Some of the migrants are now into their houses. They protest on the majesties, looking for these people, asking them, you operate a restaurant? They'll tell you even a South African can operate a restaurant. But even the position of Ugandans, we have not seen the Ugandan High Commission in South Africa maybe issuing a statement. We don't know how they are doing. The heads of states are quite the African Union, not issuing a statement. What's your take as a Pan-African?
The Western world came to Africa here and started teaching them what they call international relations. That's what their minds are set to, international relations. What does it mean? That if you have something pressing you as a government of Africa, please don't speak. But Trump can speak anything to Africa. So they have been conditioned to that. They are not able to speak. So I will not wait for them to open their mouth. We will speak because we are Africans. We are Pan-Africans. I lead an organization, Pan-African Pyramid here, that has chapters across Africa and the diaspora. So, as a commander, it's just one call. I call that, please, tomorrow in Ghana, I want 10,000 Ghanaians go to Stanbic Bank and MTN and sit there. I need just 5,000 to command in Kenya. Go to the embassy of Kenya and sit there. And if the governments of those countries fail to act, we will help them. Just like the goons, the hooligans in South Africa have taken over the role of the government. You did not go to school. You're asking me to identify myself. That's a job of the migration officer. It's not your job. You even don't know what immigration means. You don't ask those people. Do they know? Now, asking my papers on how I came to South Africa, how does it connect with you invading my shop and stealing? You are a thief. You are a thief. But you are hiding through...
But the president came out and I think ordered that there should not be invading of people's shops and all that. I saw President Ramaphosa coming out.
Ramaphosa is a politician, not a politician. He's a politician. You will understand the difference. They speak. After speaking, they go in the background and order something different. Those people you're seeing moving in crowds, they are being guarded by security and police, but in plain clothes. Who is in control of, who is the commander-in-chief of South African security forces? It is Ramaphosa, isn't it? Why are his soldiers protecting these protesters, going and stealing people? So I do not take what he's speaking from his lips. I want him to act. Action. Pan-Africanism is about action. And we don't agonize, we organize. So if they think that they are the best organizers of hooliganism, those South Africans, since they started their Afrophobia, by the way, it's not xenophobia, it's Afrophobia. It is a black skin hunting for black skin. So it's not even xenophobia, it's Afro. They are after the black skin. They are not bothered about the white man who took their land. So, since they started their Afrophobia, they are only acting in isolation, one country. So if they believe that they are best organizers of that, let them wait when we organize the entire continent.
Let's speak about the way forward about this, because they are running out of time. But what is the way forward from the Pan-African organizations?
They have given other... First of all, let this also be clear. There is no foreigner, there is no African who is a foreigner in any part of Africa. That one they should forget. There is no African foreigner on African soils. Wherever you are at home. That's number one. Number two, the ultimatum they have given of 30th June for any other African from any other part of Africa in South Africa to leave. When they do that, I've given them 1 week. If they do that, they will see what will happen to them. Across Africa. Across Africa. They will see what will happen to them. They will see what will happen to their businesses. Ramaphosa has businesses here. Here. Ramaphosa. If he doesn't act there, we will tell him, sir, come and pick your business and go. So
Okay, for time reasons, Andrew, I want to thank you so much for you spared the time to speak to us.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, Andrew Irumba, who is the founding chair speaker of the Pan-African Pyramid, just giving insights on what's happening in South Africa. Of course, we also pray that there should become Africa be one, as always talked about. But the position of the heads of state keeping Quad African Union is a question that many are still asking. Also, wait for what they can submit in relation to this. For time reasons, allow me to get the conversation back to the studios. A very good morning to you, our audience. Okay. Okay, to